Here we go, Patrick, looking at your swings here. First of all, that bat position, not wild about that because look at just no stride at all, and then you have to reroute that bat all the way to here. I know this is a high pitch, but look at your look at that right hand. That's going to be an ongoing theme here, coming off of the bat early. And then look at your finish. Just your right foot is planted still. There was a little bit of movement, but there's just no rotation there. You're just kind of falling backwards. Look at here. Absolutely no body movement forward hardly. You know, there's a little bit there, and then you just set the foot down, and then you reroute the bat. Look at the knob is above the ball, and then you just golf up through it. And then that, to boot, that right hand is coming off way too early. You're not snapping those wrists around. You want to swing in a rotational arc, and then we just want to get more aggressive with a level to even slightly down mental thought as an angle. Once again, you pull the hands back a little bit, but look at how you have to reroute that bat. And here's a low pitch. You should be going down at the ball, and you're trying to lift that up in the air. Once again, the right hand is coming off. That's that pop-up that you hit. Even if it's not a short pitch like that, that's what it's going to look like. You're just kind of getting no snap into there. Here you're trying to reroute the bat. You get it on plane okay, but you can see the knob. If you look at this back again, the knob's above the ball, and then you just golf on top of the ball. Look at the top hand, your right hand. It was already off. You know, watch this over again. It's almost off the bat at contact. And if you were pulling the ball, you'd actually have it off your bat, which is just, you know, I don't know why you're doing that. Here, once again, there's that pop-up because you're trying to lift that instead of taking both hands, taking your hands and driving them and snapping them down at the ball.
And you have the feet, you know, more shoulder width apart.
Working on your starting position here. Narrow up your stance a little bit so that'll make your stride a little bit longer, easier to stride.
Back where it's uncomfortable, you have it where you can still.
Yep, keep your arm on a straight line here.
But you have it where it's not, you know, tense.
And that knob pointing out at us right now.
The bat's perpendicular to your stance line, so the knob's pointing out. And you have your hands, you know, in a comfortable spot here. So now when you take your stride, just like you're throwing a ball, let your body come forward. There. And then your foot, now your front leg should be straight. So when you land on that, get that.
You'll see pros too, it doesn't always land straight, but once they start the rotation, it straightens out and they rotate around that left leg.
Fall forward and keep the hands back.
When you're watching pro swings or swings. There, look at that position.
Stay like that once.
Look at that, that is awesome. You know, look at, now you're ready to rotate and drive. This is the connection drill. Do it in the mirror at the gym. You don't even have to be holding the bat. Little bit of an awkward finish there, but I mean, your right knee should almost be bent a little bit and your left leg straight, but we're moving on here to the second part of the swing, which is the stab. Way too far out there. That would have been a draggy swing. Your hands would have been ahead of the bat head for too long. We want to get that bat head snapped out in front. And here we're just stabbing, not snapping. Now we're working on the perfect snap. Getting those wrists, boom, look at that. That right hand doesn't come up. You know, if you were doing that drill, how you swung, you'd actually let go of the bat with your right hand, you know. That's something that you can practice with. Here's one I had you take in dry swings, which I do not like guys taking, but it really, when you did it, I liked it because it made you open your rotation up. Look at your right hip opening, you're getting, look at that drag off of the back foot, you're getting all that rotation. You actually almost fell down here, which I said, I loved it because you're not used to using that much explosion. Here it is again on a more of a realistic pitch across your chest. Look at that rotation. Oh my God, if you could do that in your swing, it would be spectacular. See there, that's a little golfy for me. I don't like that. You were trying to swing right along the rope here, snapping the wrists. See how it, look at that right hand. Once again, look how you're holding it. I mean, you should just, you know, take a few swings and just think about that right hand powering the swing around. Once again, here's a pitch that's about chest high. Awesome bat path. Look at that right hand again. I mean, it's coming off, you know, almost before contact. Look at your finish here, though. Great rotational finish. I mean, totally different. Here I'm trying to show you look at my left hand, which is your right hand. Boom, it's on way past contact, and then until, you know, a few frames after contact, and then it comes off. So you can watch that back in slow motion and see. Look at that, nice. We're really working on aggressively trying to cut. Look at that position, first of all, just way better. rotation, down. You can see the right hand comes off. I'll just stop saying it because it happens on every swing. We tried addressing it. That's just something you're going to have to work on. But look at your bat path. Boom. Straight line. That's just awesome. And you still, this is where you said you felt like you were swinging straight down where you thought the bat was going to hit the ground. I mean, which is, you know, it's a funny perception that guys have. It's not just you that say that. And, you know, this is we're overtraining ourselves to swing on an aggressive angle down so that you're really working on snapping. But look at that. That's not even, you know, I barely even call that down. Your body angle is back and you're taking a nice straight line swing. You're taking, what we were thinking about here was strong stride and then snap. It was stride and snap. Remember, that was one of the focuses. We want to have really simple focuses we can think about. Look at your connected position here. It's just awesome. You know, that front leg, you know, could it be a little bit straighter and rotating around there? Yeah, but we're more worried about the knob of the bat, which you have above here, but now you're taking it down and then snapping the wrist. Look at that right hand though. It's off the handle. I mean, it's not even grabbing the handle anymore. That's something that I'll just keep stressing here, but I know we've talked about that over and over. Look in fast motion, just the explosiveness of your swing there. Boom. Stride and snap. Remember, you're snapping from your hands being back, like there, and you're trying to snap. So now we're transitioning into live. Here's me, I ask you to take a practice swing, and this is what you do. I mean, that is just, you know, awful, for the lack of a better term for it. But that's your perception of what you're doing off the tee. You know, you can see that looks nothing like it. And then here's one of your first swings off of the live. So what's going to happen? You're going to, you know, you're not focusing really exactly how you're doing it off the tee. It's just snapping on more of a, not as aggressive of an angle down. First of all, look at your stride. Not bad. I mean, a little bit longer. But then look at your bat path here. Much better. Now you're up. You swung on a straight line there. You just swung over top of the ball. So you didn't take the knob, you know, below the ball because we're anticipating swinging down below the ball. Here's your stride. You know, could be better. Looked better off the tee, but here's your swing. Once again, up over the top. There's that right hand coming off. Here you really almost stopped your rotation. You didn't trust rotating through. Remember, there was a couple focuses we worked on in this session. You know, one was just rotating and the other one was stride and snap because I don't want you to get too linear. Look at that right hand. I mean, I don't know. Even when you're practicing that, you know, why do you practice it like that? There's a great pitch that maybe that was outside, but you should not be letting that go. I assume this next one is way short if I put it in sequence like that. Yeah, I mean, why swing at that and not the one right before it? So, I mean, maybe you're used to swinging at lower pitches now or before. Ooh, that is, you know, these are some of the ones I saw from the pitcher's mound where they just look so good. Look at that connected position. That's awesome. Let's see where you take the knob here. You're rotating, taking the knob. You should be snapping a few frames before here already. It won't show up on film, but you should be thinking a snap. Here the bat head's coming through. Look at that. Right there. Watch that over and over and over. I mean, I'm having nightmares about that because there's just a beautiful looking swing and then your bat head bounces off the ball because there you're just up over the top. The bat bounces and glances off of the ball because you're not powering that top hand through. Here's a focus. Look at there. You snapped through better with the right hand. Here you're just taking a practice swing, a nice strong stride, and then just cutting loose with the rotation and the snap. I was loving those practice swings you were taking. Great connected position. That looks a little up through. Pretty good straight line swing there, but just you swung up over the top of the ball. That's a hard hit ball. I believe that went you know, off the fence or like one hop the fence, even with a top spin or a flat style hit. So once we start cutting it more and getting that top hand in, just look how much quieter your swing is. It's just a nice stride ahead. Now your rotation snap from here. Boom! I mean, that's a great looking swing. How that ball, you know, doesn't get out of here, I don't know. It looked awesome. Maybe it just didn't go off the sweet spot of the bat, or there's another great swing. Watch this. Awesome looking, you know, bat path. You're coming through, you're snapping the wrist, you're about to cut the ball. Boom, look at that bat, it bounces off the ball. I mean, you know, you're a strong guy swinging a weapon around and the ball is making the bat bounce down. It's because you're not powering that top hand through. That just is a beautiful looking, it's almost a pro looking swing. Here's another shot, look at that. You didn't get much of a stride into there, but that's just a great look at cutting the ball. Just looks like a totally different player. If you get the stride and that snap, the top hand powering through, look at that. That's just that bat head bouncing off of the ball. Great stride. I mean, better stride, I should say. You're pulling the hands back. You're in a great connected position. You start to rotate. You're snapping the wrist from here. You got to power that right hand through. Power through like a tomahawk. Boom. But look at that. It bounces off. It's a glancing blow off the ball. If you powered that top hand through on a straight, you know, keep it on a straight line through the ball within that rotation, oh my God, you'd be launching that ball up over the fence. That's what I couldn't see from the pitcher's mound. I was like, man, that's a great looking swing. Why is that not going anywhere? Oh, that's a nice. Here you made up for it because you let the ball come back a little bit and you kind of squared it up or hit it flush, and it's much easier to hit the ball hard like that. You didn't quite get a cut on it and get the top hand through on that one either. There's another one. At least you tried to attack that down, but you kind of had a weak snap there. Just a variety of shots here from the session. Just looks awesome overall, but you're not powering that top hand through. That's where all of a sudden you're just gonna pop, you know, home run after home run in a row. Look at that. Your point of contact you brought back and you squared that up and flushed it up just like that other hit, which was a nice looking ball that went out to the fence, but you didn't power that right hand through and maybe didn't get quite the stride that you could have on it, but it's mainly that right hand. Look at here, no stride at all, and then you're just swinging with your arms. But look at that. That's a ball that's you know, chest high, and you're tomahawking it a little bit, and you're finishing with the rotation. Just a much more explosive swing than you had. Boom. That looks like a great cut swing. And, you know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that ball went like, you know, 350 out of here, and you're only getting it to the fence because here's just a shot of Harvey swinging at a really low pitch. I think he probably hit that ball out. I mean, just because he's a behemoth, but. Does it look like he's trying to lift that at all? No. If you're gonna swing at something that's short, does this look like he's trying to lift the ball at all? No, look at, boom, look at there. The bat head, the body angle and everything drives the ball up in the air. He takes the bat head down through the ball, and it doesn't, here's Jason Branch. Boom, on a straight, look at that bat. That bat path just goes on a straight line through the ball. There's no glancing blow, and then here's Andrew Collins. Just watch, you know, he's got a lot of motion here, but he's letting himself come forward. That's the main thing. He reroutes the bat and then boom, through on a straight line. So it was great working with you, Patrick. Just really work on that top hand getting through, and you know, the stride. Well, starting in the better position, getting a stride, getting a snap, and then of course the rotation has to tie it all together. But then powering through on a straight line is really going to be what's going to take your, you know, get you back hitting those home runs like you want to more consistently. Thanks again for making the trip out. Great working with you, and good luck the rest of the season.